hottest place in the country, I guess. Mojave Desert, Southern California, for the Southwest Cross Country Motorcycle Championship. They'll be going across here at speeds up to 70 miles an hour, and some of the gamblers may go even faster. And here already you begin to see why it is so important to get out in front, because running back in that dust you just simply can't see. Heat saps an engine just as it saps a man. Leading the way into the canyon, he has the easiest going.
I'd love a black coffee when convenient, no sugar, and strong enough that the spoon will stand up. You know. Hello, I'm Mike Jackson, lifelong motorcyclist. And from 16 I was riding trials and scrambles. I mean, the big one in desert racing terms, once a year, was the Barstow to Vegas race. Big in many respects because it started in California, went across the state border, and at the first check I was told that I was lying about 50th, which was quite encouraging against 1,600 riders. And so I thought, well, we'll give this a go. I gradually moved up the order. Very challenging course. We went over a mountain range, and at one point we were about 5,000 or 6,000 feet. And certain bikes didn't carburate quite so well. And for a moment or two, we were in the snow line. And so from having been riding on hot sand a few minutes earlier, suddenly we were on snow. And so I kept plugging away, and I was up to, I think, maybe 35th or something, the second fuel stop. And on the final fuel stop, I was lying about 20th. So I was getting a bit fired up, a bit too fired up in a way. And I scraped home 14th in the end, which was, and amazingly, the winner, J.N. Roberts on Husqvarna, he finished at 12:30. He did the 180 miles in 4.5 hours. It gives you an idea of the average. And I finished about 12:15, about 1:15. The physical side is quite challenging because it's hot, and if you are in the pack, surrounded by quite a lot of riders, it's very dusty, and also stones and sand are thrown up from the rider in front, while you're trying to do the same thing to the bloke behind you. If you prang, if you fall off, if you're really badly hurt, if it's a dramatic accident, people will stop. But if it's just the average accident, they don't, you know. So not only did you have the course and the dust, you had a lot of fellow racers to cope with. So a lot of excitement. I was having a desert racing, and I banged on about it quite widely ever since I stopped. And I was once talking to a rather aggressive Yorkie, and he said, "Hey, you're always banging on about desert racing. Why aren't you doing any desert racing here?" And I said, "Well, we don't have any deserts in Britain." And I think I managed to shut him up on that. But why don't I do any more desert racing? Well, we don't have a lot of desert in Britain.